In this video, we honor the legendary wrestlers who have celebrating their lasting impact on the world of wrestling. We also share heartfelt updates about Ric Flair, whose recent news has deeply touched fans across the globe. Join us as we remember their incredible legacies and the inspiration they continue to provide. Don't forget to subscribe and help keep their stories alive for generations to come. Curt Hennig, famously known as Mr. Perfect, is remembered as one of the most talented and charismatic wrestlers to ever step into the squared circle. Born on March 28, 1958, in Robbinsdale, Minnesota, Hennig was born into a wrestling family, with his father, Larry "The Axe" Hennig, a well-known figure in the industry. This family legacy set the stage for Curt's eventual rise to stardom, and he embraced the craft with a passion that would define his career. Starting in the late 1970s, Hennig made an immediate impact in the wrestling world. His technical wrestling abilities, paired with his athleticism, set him apart from his peers. He became renowned for his near-perfect execution of every move, adopting the persona of Mr. Perfect, which showcased his flawless physique, sharp wit, and undeniable arrogance. This character struck a chord with fans, embodying both the self-assured confidence of a champion and the cockiness that turned heads. Throughout his career, Hennig achieved great success in major promotions like the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, and World Championship Wrestling, WCW. In the WWF, he captured the prestigious Intercontinental Championship and was involved in legendary feuds that solidified his place in wrestling history. His finishing move, the Perfect Plex, became a signature maneuver that fans instantly recognized. Hennig also thrived in WCW, where he joined the influential New World Order (NWO) faction, claiming the WCW World Television Championship and continuing to innovate in the ring. Despite his immense success, Hennig's life was tragically cut short due to acute cocaine intoxication, with contributing factors including heart disease. His untimely shocked the wrestling world, and his legacy endures through his groundbreaking techniques, captivating performances, and lasting influence. Hennig remains a beloved figure whose contributions continue to shape the sport to this day. Dominic DeNucci, born on September 18, 1932, in Italy, was a retired professional wrestler and influential trainer whose contributions to the wrestling industry spanned both his active career and his work behind the scenes. DeNucci emigrated to the United States as a young man, where he quickly became known in the wrestling community after debuting in the late 1950s. With a solid foundation in amateur wrestling and a charismatic presence, DeNucci rose to prominence in several major promotions, including the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, WWF, and Championship Wrestling from Florida. Throughout his career, DeNucci was celebrated for his technical prowess, athleticism, and ability to craft engaging matches. He competed against some of the era's most prominent stars and earned respect for his consistent in-ring performances. Notably, DeNucci won multiple tag team championships, including the WWF World Tag Team Championship, and participated in numerous feuds that helped fuel the growth of professional wrestling in the 1960s and 1970s. While his wrestling career was impressive, DeNucci's legacy extends far beyond the ring. As a trainer, he mentored several future wrestling icons, including Mick Foley and Chris Jericho. His guidance and teachings played a pivotal role in shaping the careers of many successful wrestlers, cementing his status as a respected figure in the industry. After retiring from active wrestling in the late 1980s, DeNucci remained involved in the business, attending various wrestling conventions and events. His was attributed to complications related to age and health issues, but his legacy as both a wrestler and a trainer endures. DeNucci is remembered for his dedication to the sport and his lasting influence on the next generation of wrestlers. Eddie Graham, born Edward Josiah Graham on November 15, 1930, in Tampa, Florida, was a towering figure in the evolution of professional wrestling. Though he initially gained recognition in the 1950s and 1960s as a skilled in-ring competitor across various regional promotions, it was in the 1970s and 1980s that his true impact was felt. As a promoter and booker for Championship Wrestling from Florida, CWF, Graham's influence became far-reaching, shaping the careers of iconic wrestlers like Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, and Barry Windham. His meticulous eye for storytelling, character development, and innovative booking strategies elevated CWF to the top of the wrestling world. Under Graham's leadership, CWF became known for its compelling rivalries, larger-than-life personas, and its ability to create long-lasting stars, making it one of the most respected territories in professional wrestling history. However, Graham's remarkable success came at a personal cost. On January 21, 1985, Eddie Graham's life was tragically cut short by multiple gunshot wounds in an apparent suicide. The events leading to his remain a tragic and somber chapter in wrestling history. It is believed that Graham's struggles with his mental health, compounded by the pressures of the wrestling business and his own personal challenges, contributed to this devastating act. Those close to him, including his son Mike Graham, were left to grapple with the profound loss of a beloved father and mentor. His passing cast a long shadow over the wrestling community, sparking conversations about the mental toll the business takes on its participants. Despite his untimely, Eddie Graham's legacy endures. His innovative approach to wrestling promotion, his role in shaping Florida's wrestling scene, and his influence on future generations of wrestlers remain a defining part of his contribution to the industry. Graham's serves as a stark reminder of the importance of mental health awareness in professional wrestling, with his achievements continuing to define him as one of the greatest minds the sport has ever known. Misty Blue Simmons, born Diane Cotton Simmons on February 8, 1956, was a pioneering figure in American professional wrestling, known for her dynamic presence and significant contributions to the growth of women's wrestling. Simmons began her wrestling career in the mid-1980s, training under the tutelage of the legendary wrestler and trainer, Killer Kowalski. She made her professional debut in 1985 and quickly became known for her athleticism, high-energy style, and ability to engage the audience, qualities that set her apart in the predominantly male-dominated industry. Over the years, Simmons competed in various wrestling promotions, including the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, where she made several appearances. She was particularly recognized for her charismatic performances and her role in increasing the visibility of women's wrestling during a time when it was still an emerging part of the sport. Her high-flying moves and ring presence made her a fan favorite, and her contributions helped lay the foundation for future generations of female wrestlers. In addition to her success in the ring, Misty Blue Simmons was a passionate advocate for women's representation in professional wrestling. She played a key role in the development and recognition of women in the sport, encouraging other women to pursue wrestling and proving that they could be both athletic and compelling performers. Simmons was attributed to complications related to health issues she had been facing for some time. Fans and fellow wrestlers across the world mourned her loss, honoring her memory and legacy in the wrestling industry. Misty Blue Simmons will always be remembered for her trailblazing role in shaping women's professional wrestling and inspiring future generations of female athletes. Jim "The Anvil" Neidhart, born on February 8, 1955, in Tampa, Florida, became one of professional wrestling's most iconic figures, known for his raw power, charismatic presence, and his unforgettable role as part of the legendary Hart Foundation tag team alongside Bret the Hitman Hart. Neidhart made his WWF debut in the early 1980s, quickly establishing himself as a formidable powerhouse with his impressive strength, distinctive handlebar mustache, and tough guy persona. His brutal style, combined with surprising agility for a man of his size, made him a fan favorite and a standout star in the tag team division. As a member of the Hart Foundation, Neidhart achieved tremendous success, winning multiple WWF Tag Team Championships and cementing his place in the annals of wrestling history. The team's chemistry and in-ring mastery defined an entire era of tag team wrestling, and Neidhart's contributions were vital to their success. However, despite his professional achievements, Neidhart's life outside the ring was marked by personal struggles, including battles with substance abuse. The physical toll of years of wrestling, including countless injuries to his back and knees, took a serious toll on his health. Still, Neidhart continued to perform at a high level well into his career, with his resilient attitude and larger-than-life personality earning him respect from both fans and fellow wrestlers. Tragically, Jim Neidhart was caused by a head injury resulting from a fall at his home in Florida, which led to a fatal brain hemorrhage. The loss of the beloved veteran sent shockwaves through the wrestling community, leaving his daughter, WWE superstar Natalya, and his colleagues devastated. Neidhart's legacy lives on through his pivotal role in shaping tag team wrestling, and his influence continues to inspire new generations of wrestlers. His serves as a poignant reminder of the sacrifices wrestlers make in pursuit of their craft. Gary Albright, born in the United States, was a professional wrestler recognized for his exceptional technical skills and powerful presence, particularly in the realms of catch wrestling and strong style. Standing out due to his impressive size and amateur wrestling background, Albright made a lasting impact on both American and Japanese wrestling promotions. His ability to blend strength with technique earned him respect and admiration across the wrestling world. Albright's wrestling career began in the 1980s after transitioning from a successful amateur wrestling background to professional wrestling. He initially gained attention in Canada with Stampede Wrestling, where his mix of power and technical ability made him a dominant force. However, it was in Japan where Albright truly cemented his legacy. Competing in promotions like UWF International and All Japan Pro Wrestling, AJPW, Albright became famous for his hard-hitting, stiff style and devastating suplexes, earning him the nickname the Master of Suplex. Albright's style, which combined catch wrestling techniques with the storytelling elements of professional wrestling, made him a key figure in Japan's strong-style wrestling scene. He faced off against some of the most legendary names in the sport, including Kenta Kobashi, Mitsuharu Misawa, and Toshiaki Kawada. His matches were celebrated for their intensity, blending traditional wrestling holds with explosive power moves, making them both technical and brutal. Albright also had stints in the United States, particularly with Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW, where he showcased his unique wrestling style. His contributions to the shoot-style wrestling movement and bridging Eastern and Western wrestling styles remain influential. Tragically, Gary Albright, his was attributed to a heart attack, likely brought on by complications related to his weight and intense physical style. Despite his early passing, Albright's legacy as one of the most technically skilled and respected wrestlers endures, particularly in Japan. Greetings, wrestling aficionados. Today we're paying tribute to the one and only Ric Flair, an icon whose name is synonymous with professional wrestling itself. From electrifying arenas across the globe to crafting a legacy that has endured for generations, Flair's journey is one of unmatched brilliance. But it isn't just his wrestling prowess that we'll revisit today. We'll also address some recent health concerns that have sparked rumors about the Nature Boy's current condition. It's time to dive into his legendary career and also clarify the truth behind some of the health-related whispers that have surfaced. Ric Flair's legendary career. Ric Flair's career is nothing short of iconic, spanning 5 decades and leaving a lasting imprint on the professional wrestling world. If there is one name that represents the very essence of wrestling, it's Ric Flair. From the moment he stepped into the ring in the early 1970s, Flair quickly became a household name known for his charismatic persona, in-ring expertise, and unforgettable catchphrases like his signature "Woo!" Flair's reputation as an extravagant and cocky wrestler, coupled with his unmatched skills, made him an instant fan favorite. Flair wasn't just about the glitz and glamour, however. He was a consummate performer who could back up his bravado with exceptional wrestling. His in-ring storytelling, marked by psychological warfare and masterful pacing, set him apart from others in the business. Over the course of his storied career, Flair accumulated an astonishing 16 world championships, a record that remains unbroken. His most notable feuds, whether it was with Ricky Steamboat, Dusty Rhodes, or Sting, have become the blueprint for professional wrestling rivalries. The intensity and drama of his matches with Steamboat in particular have earned them a revered place in wrestling lore. The blend of athleticism, emotion, and drama during these bouts cemented Flair's status as one of the greatest to ever step foot in the ring. One of the defining moments of Flair's career came during the 1992 Royal Rumble match. In what was billed as his crowning achievement, Flair entered the match at number 3 and outlasted 29 other competitors to claim the WWE Championship. His victory speech, filled with emotion and Flair's signature bravado, remains one of the most memorable promos in WWE history. This victory solidified Flair's legacy not only as one of the most skilled wrestlers in the world, but also as one of the greatest talkers to ever grace a microphone. The impact of Ric Flair on professional wrestling. Ric Flair's influence extends far beyond his championships or the accolades he earned in the ring. His contributions to the way wrestling is presented to audiences reshaped the industry. Flair was not just a wrestler. He was a storyteller and a showman who knew how to engage the crowd. He had a unique ability to get under the audience's skin, creating a dynamic where they would either cheer for him or jeer him with equal passion. The psychology behind his matches, whether as a hero or villain, helped elevate wrestling to new levels of entertainment. Flair's flamboyant character, extravagant robes, and cocky demeanor became the standard for future generations of wrestlers. He wasn't afraid to showcase his lavish lifestyle in front of the camera, living out his persona as the jet-flying, limousine-riding, kiss-stealing, wheeling-dealing son of a gun. This larger-than-life persona wasn't just about the costumes or the promos, but also the way he carried himself in the ring. Flair brought a level of sophistication to professional wrestling, blending athleticism with charisma in a way that was entirely unique at the time. The influence of Ric Flair is still visible in modern wrestling. Superstars like Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and even current stars like Seth Rollins and AJ Styles have cited Flair as a major influence in their own careers. Flair's ability to remain relevant, evolve, and continue to draw attention even after 5 decades in the industry speaks to his extraordinary talent. His resilience in adapting to changes in the wrestling business ensured that his legacy would never fade. Ric Flair's health struggles. While Ric Flair's career was one of constant triumphs and unforgettable moments, his personal life has been marked by significant health challenges. Behind the glitz and glamour of his career, Flair has faced battles that tested his very resilience. These struggles became particularly evident in recent years, as Flair's health deteriorated due to multiple serious conditions. In 2017, Flair's life was put in jeopardy when he underwent emergency surgery to address a bowel obstruction that had been threatening his health. The blockage, if left untreated, could have been fatal. The surgery came after a series of other health complications, including kidney failure, which led to Flair being placed in a medically induced coma. During this time, doctors gave him a slim 15% chance of survival, leaving many fans fearing that they might lose the Nature Boy forever. Despite these grim odds, Flair defied the expectations and pulled through, making a remarkable recovery. But his health struggles didn't stop there. In 2018, Flair underwent 4 heart surgeries after being diagnosed with alcoholic cardiomyopathy, a condition where long-term alcohol abuse weakens the heart muscle, making it difficult for the heart to pump blood effectively. This diagnosis led to the installation of a pacemaker to help regulate his heart and provide him with a more stable quality of life. Flair's road to recovery was long and painful, but through sheer determination, he managed to overcome these severe health issues. His comeback was nothing short of miraculous, showing the world that the Nature Boy still had plenty of fight left in him. Ric Flair's final match and health setback. Flair's passion for wrestling never seemed to fade, even as his health continued to deteriorate. In 2022, he announced that he would step into the ring one last time for what he called his final match. At 73 years old, Flair's decision to compete again was met with mixed emotions from fans. Some were thrilled at the thought of seeing their hero one last time, while others were concerned about his health and the risks associated with such a physical endeavor at his age. Flair trained extensively for his final match, working closely with doctors and trainers to ensure that he could safely participate in the event. Fans were hoping for a storybook ending, but things didn't go as planned. During the match, Flair's health took a frightening turn. He later revealed that he suffered a heart attack during the bout, a fact that was only discovered months later after Flair underwent extensive medical evaluations. The heart attack, which occurred during the match itself, served as a stark reminder of the toll that decades of wrestling had taken on his body. Despite the extraordinary recovery he had made from earlier health scares, the physical demands of the sport had clearly caught up to him. The match, which had been billed as Flair's final chapter, ultimately ended on a bittersweet note. For Flair, it was a wake-up call that his days of active competition were over for good. Addressing the rumors. As with any high-profile public figure, rumors surrounding Ric Flair's health have circulated, especially after his heart attack and other serious medical issues. Speculation about the Nature Boy's condition began to spread, with some even questioning whether Flair would make public appearances again. The truth, however, is more nuanced. Ric Flair has been open about his health struggles, discussing his issues in interviews and social media posts. Despite the setbacks, Flair has remained positive and optimistic about his future. While his in-ring career may have come to an end, Flair's passion for wrestling has not diminished. He continues to make appearances at conventions, wrestling events, and fan meet and greets. His love for the business and his fans has never wavered, and he remains a prominent figure in the world of professional wrestling. Flair's resilience in the face of his health challenges is a testament to his unbreakable spirit. The rumors surrounding his health may be sensationalized, but Flair's own words and actions show that he is continuing to move forward with the same energy and determination that has defined his career. Ric Flair's legacy. Ric Flair's legacy in the world of professional wrestling is unparalleled. With over 5 decades in the industry, he has accomplished it all. He has headlined major events, won numerous championships, and become a global icon. But perhaps his most enduring legacy is the impact he has had on the generations of wrestlers who have followed in his footsteps. Flair's wrestling style, his larger-than-life persona, and his microphone skills have become the gold standard in the industry. He wasn't just a wrestler, he was an entertainer. His ability to connect with fans, to make them feel every emotion in the ring, set him apart from his peers. His matches were more than just physical contests. They were stories, drama, and spectacle rolled into one. Today, Flair's influence can still be felt in modern wrestling. His daughter, Charlotte Flair, has carried the family legacy to even greater heights, becoming one of the most accomplished and respected female wrestlers in history. Charlotte's wrestling style, in many ways, mirrors her father's, and the Flair name remains synonymous with excellence in the ring. Conclusion. Ric Flair's journey from a young wrestler with dreams of greatness to the undisputed greatest of all time is a testament to his talent, determination, and passion for the sport. Despite facing significant health challenges, Flair continues to inspire fans around the world. His impact on professional wrestling is immeasurable, and his legacy will continue to shape the future of the industry for years to come. While his in-ring career may be over, Ric Flair's influence will never fade. The wrestling world owes much of its current success to the contributions of the Nature Boy. Whether it was his legendary matches, unforgettable promos, or his larger-than-life persona, Ric Flair will forever be remembered as one of the greatest to ever step into the squared circle.